Welding the new panel. Find or manufacture a new panel piece or replace a removed segment. Create a 5mm wide indent along the panel edge. This is so the new panel can slightly overlap it. You will need to use a panel hammer for this. The metal should still be relatively hot from where it was cut with the angle grinder. This makes the panel softer and easier to indent. The indent will have to stop before it reaches the sides. This is where the panel wraps around the door frame. The new panel should have a 5mm lip that will overlap the 5mm indent. There is also a perpendicular lip extending from the other sides, used for wrapping around the door frame later. Once you have accurately fitted the new panel onto the door frame, you are ready to weld it. Attach the panel by welding small, quick tacks. Panels are very thin sheets of metal. Welding a line will generate a lot of heat that can warp or twist the metal. Use a brass MIG weld instead of a regular weld. Brass melts at a lower temperature, which is ideal for welding on the thin sheet metal of a panel. After carefully tacking each end of the new panel, it is crucial that you check the fit before you proceed to make further welds. The best way to check the panel alignment is to fit the door back onto the car. Ensure the gap width between the door and the rest of the car remains the same across all the sides. Once you've ensured that the panel fits correctly, you can continue welding. Add a tack halfway across the cut and then add a few evenly spaced tacks on each side. This is to help reduce large amounts of heat building up in a single area of the panel. Next step is to wrap the panel's lip around the door frame's edge. You will need to use a panel hammer and a dolly, a small solid block of metal. Hold the dolly against the panel as you hammer the lip down. Slowly move up the door edge as you go. Keep the dolly behind the area you're hammering. Only hammer the lip halfway down to the frame as you pass along it. The metal will twist too unevenly if you try to completely flatten the lip in one go. Hammer down the edge a second time, this time flattening the lip all the way around the door frame. On the back, weld tacks on the corners of the lip and also weld tacks where the lip meets the original panel's lip. You can now finish the weld along the panel overlap. Again, you cannot weld a straight continuous line. You will need to fill up the overlap with tacks. While this takes longer than welding in a straight continuous line, it is necessary to do this to avoid warping or damaging the thin metal.